Hi guys, welcome to C2C Mentors. My name is Ketan and today's topic is IIFT. Whether one should take it or leave it. I've been getting a lot of queries from students saying that we are confused, whether we should go for IIFT because it's going to be after CAT, just a week's time and how we're going to do and all that stuff. So let's understand whether one should be actually going for IIFT or one should not be. Now, honestly, the first thing that I want to talk about is it's a brand. I mean, you cannot deny that IIFT is a goddamn brand, right? It's in top 10 in the country. It's in top 10 in Asia when you talk about international business or even you talk about foreign trade. Now, most of the time it happens that people do not understand that IB and FT, these are like one and the same thing. And again, when I talk about international business is not a specialization. I mean, I can say that again, international business is not a specialization. International business is that ingredient or it is that integral part of the four main specialization of management, which is marketing, finance, operations and HR. And IB cuts through everything. So that's what we need to understand. So it's not a specialization as such, it's just kind of a cherry on the cake that you're learning finance, you're learning traditional finance, but with the globalization that's happening nowadays, you got to learn something which is above it, right? So you might want to learn something called as the escrow account and the nostro accounts, something to do with the finance industry, HR, international label relationships and all that stuff. Marketing, when you talk about, yes, international marketing gimmicks, the strategies, the fundamentals, so on and so forth. So IIFT, because of this kind of curriculum, because of this kind of pedagogy, has become top 10 in Asia also, and in India it is absolutely, it's there in top 10. Now, so the number one thing is that it's a brand. So if you are at IIFT, you have the opportunity to actually get into a brand. So that's the number one reason to actually go for IIFT. Second thing when we talk about, second thing is nothing but ranking. I just said, it's a top college, ranking no doubt, and it is not just a top college, it's been there, consistent enough, and it has its own identity. Like, when it's IB or when it's in a foreign trade and all that, people do look up to IIFT. That's there. Number three, international business. Now, writing IIFT gives you an advantage over and above certain IMs. Now, leaving ABC aside, trust me, writing IIFT or IIFT students, they do have an advantage, which is, they belong to the IIFT, which is the international business kind of college. Now, we all know that it's a globalization era. Every company is trying to open their offices everywhere. And nowadays, what's happening here is that the thing that we're doing is there is something called as glocal. The glocal as a concept, which you will learn in your MBA anyway. So you think globally when you apply it locally, but whenever the company is now getting set up, or all the biggest in the world, they are now trying to adapt themselves towards the international market. Earlier ye hota tha, you are an Indian company, think about Indian economics, think about Indian customer, think about Indian consumer, think about the Indian polity and all that stuff. But now, even a small company is now going big, they're going international. So that's the advantage of people doing their MBA from IIFT, because see, you don't have to prove to the world that I know international business. You don't have to literally prove to the world that I know foreign trade. You know it. I mean, it's obvious because you belong to IIFT, right? So that's kind of an image, that's kind of a perception from the corporate world, helps you a lot. So it opens the door, or it gives you an opportunity to be in the international market, get into the international business, which is happening every single second nowadays. And trust me, it's going to be there. And you will certainly agree with me, right? Everything is now looked up to internationally. Even small startups which are coming up in the industries now, even they somewhere down the line think about international, that yes, how can we connect to international consumers and international customers? Because of this entire technology, the entire global market is coming together. And that's the reason, if you look at the placement wise, this international business as a specialization is going to help you a lot. And it's not only IIFT, there are so many colleges out there. They have started with their specialized IB programs now. So it's a great sign. It's a sign that yes, IB as a specialization has a great impact. Again, when I say specialization, it means given by the college, they have specialization. But IB works smoothly everywhere. Now, that's the third point. Number 4, exam. Now, there are two perspectives towards it. Number 1, level of difficulty. Number 2, only one exam. Now, let's talk about only one exam. So many students I speak to, they say that, sir, but is it really worth giving IIFT because it's only one exam? And one exam gives me only one college, that's IIFT Delhi. So IIFT Delhi is itself a cream college, no doubt about it. But you have IIFT Delhi, you've got IIFT Calcutta, you've got IIFT Kakinad, right? So all these three campuses you get an access to. So it's not, and let's say it's only one college. IIFT Delhi, which is worth applying. My point of view is that what's wrong in it? It's IIFT. I mean, you write CAT and get 90 percentile, get into KG Somaya, GM, TAPME, IMI. This one is anytime better than all these colleges, right? So here it's not quantity with 90-91 percentile. Here it's quality that's gonna help you to grow the ladder up. So even if it's one college, even if it's just one exam and one college which is worth, yes, it's worth, absolutely worth. I mean, people those who are there, they can tell you better than me. I have my students in there. Just speak to them, man. You will love it because the way they entirely run their curriculum, the kind of the junior and the senior kind of relationship, it's amazing. So I think one exam hai, एक college है, but are worth the efforts hai, right? So do not try to do a comparison game. अगर मैं CAT देता हूँ तो I get 10, 20, like 5,000 colleges. Let's say अगर मैं CET देता हूँ तो I get 10, 20 colleges. If I go for XAT, I get 10, 20 colleges. Don't do that, right? I mean, doing that is not wrong. You can do that, but every exam has its own aura, has its own benefits and merits, right? So IIFT, though it's one exam, writing it is absolutely worth for that one college, because that one college can change your life, right? So that's my point of view on that. Now, level of difficulty, okay, honestly, IIFT is a bit on a tougher side, no doubt about it. So for me, in C2C, I've made the cluster. So cluster 1 is CAT, XAT, IIFT. So the 3 exams are in one cluster. And yes, IIFT is a bit easy when I compare it with CAT and XAT. Now, the problem with IIFT is that again, now this time, as I said, it's a new pattern, it's going online. I'm not sure whether they're going to have those lengthy reading comprehensions and not. But again, though we say, it's a tough exam, it's doable, it's manageable. And for the fact you are going for CAT, right? For the fact you are going for CAT, I don't see there is anything extra that needs to be done as far as IIFT is concerned, except GK, which I'm going to talk about. So as an exam, if you're going for CAT, it's actually manageable to do well in IIFT. DILR calculation oriented होते हैं थोड़े से calculations close by, still manageable. Verbal manageable, grammar वगैरह आता है, doable होता है, it's easy. We'll talk about LR and all that. So nothing that we have to do on a very high level. If you do CAT and if you do XAT, I think IIFT is very, very, very much manageable. So that's about the exam. One exam worth writing, one exam not that difficult, still manageable. Next, placements. Placements are common. IIFT Delhi, IIFT Calcutta, the placements are common. That's the benefit. So even if you miss IIFT Delhi, which has the higher cutoff and a bit of more competition than the Calcutta, you can certainly use the benefit. So you probably get into the college, work your way out, work way harder, get a good CGPA, get a good profile, get your intellectual in place, and then go for the exam. So you are equal to IIFT Delhi guy because you both are getting the same platform and same opportunity. So I don't see any loss you being getting into IIFT Calcutta, right? So again, it's a good thing because lower cutoff hota hai IIFT Calcutta ka, and you can still get in there, and the placements are common. Now, when you talk about the placements, some people say that IIFT doesn't give you foreign placements. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. IIFT, it means international business, and it has international companies coming on the campus. It has international placements. So don't feel that IIFT ka matlab it's an Indian college, it's a government college, so humko abroad placement nahi milegi. That's absolutely wrong. Aisa nahi hota. Now, as I said, looking at the globalization, looking at the way the companies and the corporates are working now, let's say as a company, let's say as Nestle or as Olam or as Goldman or as Deutsche or Morgan, or let's say as an HUL, if I'm looking for something on a very high level, on an international level, let's talk about IT companies wherein we have account managers, So let's say there is this company called XYZ, an IT company which has offices in US, UK and Delhi, let's say India for that matter. So you are an account manager wherein you're catering to 3 geographies, 3 traditions, 3 geographical strategies and the businesses. Then definitely I am looking for somebody who knows the stuff, who knows international market, who knows international rules and regulation. Then if I have somebody from Lucknow, IIFT, Bajaj, Symbiosis, Narsimunji, as a company, my preference is going to be IIFT because I have this inbuilt kind of a perception that this guy has studied international business, this guy has studied foreign trade. So that's when I'm going to interview him. At least I'm getting the opportunity, I'm getting a chance. That's a big deal. So guys, do not be under the impression that IIFT karne se foreign ka placement nahi milta hai. You do get it. You do get it. There are so many companies, they have certain profiles. See, I don't know whether people will be able to tell you this or not, but this is what exactly happens in the B school. There are companies, they have certain profiles which are international business given to specific colleges. So the same company which is coming to Bajaj, NM, Symbiosis and all that, or MDI or IMT for that matter, that company can have a different profile altogether for IIFT ka bacha log, and maybe Indian profile altogether for other colleges ka bacha log. And that's what happens in the company. That's how the company HR, the operations manager, the top management, they channelize, they strategize their placements. So that's the advantage of having that IIFT brand. See, you will get placement in India, no doubt about it. But as and when the economy moves up, as and when the global economy kind of, gets widened up, you have bright chances. Then pedagogy, amazing. I mean, you go and check IIFT. IIFT has recruiters like World Bank, IMF, Asian Development Bank, and these are the recruiters coming on the campus. I mean, let's say somebody who's doing UPSC, not able to get into, all these biggies. You can still try your luck. You can still get into administration with all these multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies, and you can work for them. So that's in the pedagogy as far as the IIFT is concerned. GK, trust me, IIFT GK is easier than all. ZAT se easy hota hai, TIS se easy hota hai. I will be helping you if you're my C2C ka bacha log. You are sorted for it. GK is like absolutely manageable. GK ज़्यादा tough नहीं होता है. Normal level पे भी अगर कोई GK की पढ़ाई करता है 2 महीना, should be able to crack IIFT का GK. Honestly, GDPI. GDPI is a bit intense as far as the IIFT is concerned. But again, if you're preparing for CAT, if you're going for IIMs and all that, then I think cracking IIFT GDPI is not a big deal. And if you're trained by me, then you're sorted for your GDPI. To be very honest, new pattern. That's the last thing. So looking at the new pattern, now the exam has gone online. Paper set by NTA. I think the level of difficulty should go on a mild level, should not be that rough and tough. So looking at all these factors, it's a great brand, great placement, great alumni network, great pedagogy, great peer group, amazing name in the world market, and you being called as an alum or as an alumna of that college, I think it's going to be a big deal, guys. So my take on this is that you should go for IIFT. You must write IIFT. What's going to be the problem, यार? एक तो होगा या फिर नहीं होगा. But 3 campus है. तीनों campus में से अगर एक भी कोई लग गया, life is sorted. So guys, my take for IIFT is go ahead. That's it from my side, guys. I'll be making a couple of more videos catering to IIFT specifically and international business. So do subscribe to my channel and kind of, share this video if you like it. So guys, thank you so much.